2 weeks ago, City Council came together to make a decision that would, for better or worse, significantly impact Edmonton's future. What it boiled down to was this: either renovate Rexall Place, a building in existence since 1974, built with 100% public money, or invest money with a partner towards building a new arena.
What Council decided to do was the latter: build a new arena in our downtown, one that will establish a new sports and entertainment district and become a beacon for attracting major events to our city. One that will reestablish the pulse in the heart of our city and bring people into our downtown.
Sitting back and not doing anything was simply not an option. And choosing to renovate Rexall Place, as it currently stands, was not a long-term solution. It was a Band-Aid solution. So, when left with the option of putting varnish on an old facility or giving the city a brand spanking new facility, the choice was obvious.
This is a good deal for the City of Edmonton and the entire Northern Alberta region. As a relative comparison, Kate's $100 million contribution is greater than the Pittsburgh Penguins ownership group posted for the Consol Energy Centre in a market more than twice the size of Edmonton.
Make no mistake, though it's the city that will own the arena, Daryl Cates will be our tenant. Under the deal, he assumes all of the risk for operating, maintenance, and more importantly, all long-term capital costs. If he defaults, the city will have different ways to deal with it, starting with taking arena revenue to pay his commitments, because we own the building and we own the land it sits on.
One of the key tenets of the agreement was getting the Cates Group to back off on the desire for the non-compete clause. Northlands will, therefore, continue to operate Rexall Place and will have the opportunity to remain competitive by attracting events on dates the new arena can't accommodate, as well as smaller concerts and other events.
Council heard clearly from young business people during the public hearing on the arena debate that it was imperative to go forward with the deal in order to attract and retain young people to our city. Edmonton's next generation has opportunities available to them anywhere in the world, but many feel a strong attachment to the city and want to remain here. We need to give them reasons to stick around.
Major sports facilities are not uncommon elements in the revitalization projects for major cities, and this arena will play a key part in the revitalization of our downtown. Current businesses, as well as new ones, will stand to benefit from more Edmontonians working and spending money and time downtown at their leisure.
This deal needed to happen now, and it was absolutely critical for Council to approve this framework when we did. Interest rates and construction costs are relatively low at the moment, and acting now ensures that we get in on them at the right time without having to increase property taxes to get the deal done. Furthermore, when we borrow, get to borrow for the full extent of the mortgage. So if we borrow now with low interest rates, we don't have any renewal date when it comes forward and we pay for the whole thing.
You may have heard that the city is spending $75 million on the land. This is simply not true. Cates is paying $33 million. The remaining balance, when the city sells, they'll net out $26 million, which is what was always expected.
We all know hockey's not a real moneymaker, but it does add to the pride of a city. As Terry Jones from the Edmonton Sun put it, anybody think Edmonton made a mistake investing $69.7 million of public money in 1974 to build Northlands Coliseum and grow from the WHA into an NHL city and end up with Gretzky, Messier, and all of those Stanley Cups and all of those memories in the first place?
Not only does this deal ensure a new facility, it will also ensure the Edmonton Oilers remain a staple of our city for the next 35 years. The city gets a location agreement that, most importantly, is approved by the NHL. And even if the team were to be sold, they would still have to remain in Edmonton.
Had council ended up voting against the arena, and hypothetically, the Oilers were sold and relocated, Edmonton as a hockey market would obviously be a desirable location for the NHL to return to. But make no mistake, the only way we could even hope to get a franchise back is if they have a new arena to play in.
As we speak, the Edmonton Oilers are undergoing a renaissance. I think they're playing in Montreal here tonight. The team is back in its old colors from the dynasty era. Their young stars are leading the franchise right back in the same direction that they were before. And the Oilers are reinstilling a sense of hope among diehard fans, not seen since the 2006 Stanley Cup Finals.
To sum it up, City Council is leveraging $350 million of its borrowing capacity and investing $125 million to generate $1.2 billion in new tax revenue over the next 20 years. It's time to tell the prongers of this world that Edmonton is not just a city with great people. Edmonton, with the redevelopment of our airport lands, the building of the new sports and entertainment district, and the new downtown redevelopment that will be generated from this, is a city of champions with vision. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you.